Hey, it's JamiThatsMe here. And listen, we got a chance to talk about Basketball Wives on yesterday, where we got into the details about Jackie Christie versus her daughter. A lot of people were having conversations about Jackie being a terrible mom. And in my opinion, as I said in the previous video, and for those that did not hear me or watch that video, for me, don't feel like the conversation is really about Jackie not being a great mom. We're all aware that Jackie was a terrible mom. She was a very toxic mom to, put both of her daughters against each other, and just how she raised them, projecting her insecurities and things, and how it seems like she put her husband more on a pedestal than, she did when it came to, taking care of her kids and stuff like that. So yeah, like, I mean, granted, nobody's saying that she's a great mom. However, for me, when I did the video, is more so about the episodes, more so about the season, right? And the developing episodes that led up to the altercation between the two. Okay. And all of that really stemmed from Jackie's daughter feeling as though Chantel feeling as though Jackie did not have her back. Okay. She felt like her mom wasn't supporting her when actually her mother did. And had Chantel acknowledged that versus making a bigger deal of the situation, then we likely would not be here. However, a lot of people are believing that she did come on the show with ulterior motives, which was to expose her mom. So I don't know Chantel's reasonings, but I can tell you that social media has not been on her side, whatever her reasonings were. Okay. Because it definitely, after Jackie continued to avoid conversation with her daughter, well, not so much as avoid, she would start the conversation, but when things would go left, whether it was with her daughter or with castmates speaking on her daughter and her relationship, she would just leave. Right. So finally, she was in her hotel room, not so much as a place where she could really leave. Right. It ended up leading to an altercation with her daughter. All right. A lot of people have been talking about that. Now, since that time has happened, and that episode aired, her daughter Takari came to the front to have some things to say, to where she was more so taking Jackie's side. I don't think Takari was really on anyone's side in this, for real, because we know that Takari is not a fan of her mother. And clearly she's not a fan of her sister, but I feel like Takari was really just coming to the front more so to kind of call out her sister. you know you spent so much of time, treating me a certain type of way or doing whatever you do, and now look at you. So I feel like that is what Takari was actually doing. So she did come onto social media, and she did a video, right? There was a video that she did, and it led to Chantel getting in the comments and having some things to say to her sister. So I want us to get into that. But before we do, please make sure that you are coming into this video. You are being sure to like up this video. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Another thing that I wanted to highlight when it comes to the Jackie and her daughter situation, I also brought up the father, who I feel definitely plays a role in things. I understand that the father may not have been a part of the show. He may have popped in and out here or there, but I feel like the dynamic between Jackie and her daughter, and when her daughter talks about different things that she may have experienced in her childhood, it definitely makes me give a side eye to the dad, that you also allow certain things to take place, regardless of him being an NBA player. It's very funny that we like to put a lot of weight on how men should show up and stuff. And then when it's time for him to take on accountability, because we love to trash the guys, it's like a lot of people don't really want to give him that energy. Give him that too. We spend a lot of time calling him out about other shit. Why can't he be called out? Nobody cares about him being in the NBA and being on the road and being busy. Or nobody cares about that, because you have mothers that are constantly working on the roads and stuff, and they're still expected to be a mom. So why is it that a married man to the father of her children, most of them, because she has 3 kids from my understanding, why is he not held to the same standard as well? Like, yeah, we're gonna call him to the front. um However, I understand this portion if we don't want to necessarily, inquire about the husband and what he had going on and what's up with your daddy or whatever, as it pertains to the show, because, the issue at hand really wasn't the childhood. as Jackie was understanding it, right? It was more so about Chantel. And you know what? Maybe that would go back to the childhood, because I feel like it seems like she may have always wanted to be picked or something. I don't know, because when I look back at it, I'm reflecting on Chantel wanting her mom to check Brandi, which she did, right? But to see that her mother is continuing to hang with Brandi, it's like, oh, well, you didn't pick me type of thing. That's what I'm starting to think. Like, oh, I feel a way that you guys are still cool or whatever the case is. Then at a later time, we see Chantel talk to Brandi, and she's like, oh, I see you say that you feel like you got in between me and my mom, but you're still hanging with her. Yeah. What's the big issue with that? Do you know the things that she said about you? No, and I don't care what she said about me. Right. So it's like you're trying to divide and separate people from your mom, and then you turn around and you want the cast to pick a side, primarily wanting the people to pick you. So listen, at some point, I understand Jackie's was a terrible mom to her daughters, but at some point, y'all, I do feel like we have to give ourselves the healing that our parents may not give to us. And I don't think going into a zone of a television show, reality TV, in the capacity in which she did was very helpful for her, because as much as you drag your mother as a mother, it's now becoming a reflection of you as a mom. Just like you say, your mom shows up on the show and she acts innocent and this, that, or whatever you may say about her, even though we all know Jackie can be cuckoo at times, right? You also are now putting yourself in a light where your kids gonna have to look at you and how you show up on TV. Okay. So just gotta be mindful. Gotta be mindful of all of that. And I just wish the family the best. I hope that they all can get to a place where they can resolve this at the end of the day. Because when this is no longer a topic of conversation for viewers, y'all still have to be family. Y'all still have to figure out ways to navigate that. Right. So wishing everybody the best and praying that everybody can come to some type of resolve to where they can really evolve and better what it is they have now, right? Because we can't go back and fix what it was, but we can work on what's now, and hopefully you guys can actually do that and be able to enjoy the memories that you all will have left with each other. So I definitely wish the family the best when it comes to that. But I do want us to hop over here and get into um some of the things that was taking place on social media. All right. So understand that this is a video here, and I'm gonna read the caption and then we may play it. I'm not sure what music she has playing in the background, so we'll see. She says, you, while your mom is giving them that whooping they've been asking for all day. Let me unmute it. Not, she done posted that. Girl, that's crazy. You know, Jackie, you spent a lot of time talking about your daughter's complexion according to what they said. And I feel like your daughter, you and your oldest daughter Takari aren't too far off from complexions in my personal. But anywho, um, so that's that. So she's doing this video. Okay. She just sitting around there unbothered as her mama is over there supposedly tagging her sister. So this is where Chantel decided to hop into the comments. And she says, wait, hold on. Aren't you the same daughter that pulled a knife on Jackie? You got 3 kids she's never met in person, but you want to be on the internet taunting me? Girl, tell me you have Stockholm syndrome without telling me you have Stockholm syndrome. You should leave me alone. Honestly, truly, this is my last warning shot. Okay, that's what she says. Now, what did I tell you guys in yesterday's video? What I said was Brittany Renner, as soon as Chantel makes the post, Brittany makes the post. Chantel made a post saying her mom touched her arm, so she pushed her, whatever that was, right? Britt comes online saying, oh, you can't bully a bully, the big 3, the whack 3, okay? Then Chantel is talking to her sister who's talking to her. Why does Brittany Renner insist on interjecting herself into situations that have nothing to do with her? And part of this at some point for me would be the blame toward Chantel. And that's what I be saying about friendship sometimes. Like, I understand that, you know, people may have their friends back and things like that, but I also feel like you should pick your battles, right? And the reason I say that is because when those people get back on a better accord, you might be the one on the outs. It's one thing to support your friend as they're going through whatever issues that they're going through. And then it's another thing to literally put yourself in the middle, especially when it's just words online, right? Like this, and family matters, right? So Britt gets in the comments and she responds to Chantel and says, how soon they forget you wrote a whole book detailing the way you were allegedly treated. And she added to Kari, she says, by the way, I actually read it. It felt very rushed and overall like a long text message you probably wanted to send her directly. Your cry for help didn't matter then because it never will. How do you get online? How do you get online, interject yourself into somebody else's family business? You're advocating for Chantel because you felt like, oh, she went through this traumatic situation. She had these things happen to her, and you can relate so much because of your toxic, raggedy ass mom, bitch, and then sit over here and then try to downplay whatever she went through with her own mom when there is actual video of Chantel even confirming the things that her sister went through. It didn't matter then and it never will. Like bitch, like I'm sorry. And this is where I have to blame Chantel just a bit because I feel like you have to draw the line with people. You got to tell people like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Because like this is my family. Now, if they trying to fight me or something like that, maybe that's different. But this is my family. Like, don't do that. I'll never overstep my boundaries and attack your mother because of how it was with you. I might want to say some things, yes, but I am going to respect that space. Okay. I'm going to support you in that, but I'm not going to overstep my boundaries when it comes to that. I think that is such a fucking problem that you're not telling her to chill. Now, if that was one of Takari's friends that was getting under the comments and then atting Chantel, oh, Chantel will have a whole damn fit about it. She'll be showing her whole ass about it. Right? So I just don't think that's cool at all. Like, why are you putting yourself in people's business? Don't you have a child to take care of? So Brittany goes on to say, do you care about the truth or do you want to be the one to tell it? She isn't going to love you any differently, get you on the show, or take a sudden interest in you, your life, or your children. So you gain what exactly? Terrible ass sister. Okay. So that is what Brittany is saying to this girl. And it's like, do you think that the girl gives a damn about anything Jackie will do for her when she ain't been talking to her as for her to do anything for her anyway? Huh? So I do feel like the issue to me, I don't feel like Takari is more so defending Jackie, but I do feel like this is more so her getting at her sister because they got an issue. Whatever it is, them two got their own beef together. So then Takari responds and she says, look at you guys. The big three are here. No, the whack three are here. And Takari says, allegedly, but your homegirl made many appearances validating everything I said until she started messing with her dad's prospects and got knocked up and needed mommy and daddy's money. So she switched up, allegedly. What? She needed mommy and daddy's money? So she switched up? You mean switched up to come get on the show because she needed their money or something? Or are you talking about switched up because she needed their money and had to relocate back to LA or something? Like, what is that? What do you mean? Okay. So Chantel goes in on her. Okay. It looks like, I'm assuming because it's such a lengthy message. And what Chantel says is, there it is. The jealousy bug bit you. Now she said the jealousy bug bit you. Now this all makes sense. Maybe you should have been messing with a prospect. Then you wouldn't be in the situation you in. Section 8, ain't it? This constant commentary coming from you is giving obsessed as if you need mommy's money and acceptance. Girl, when this is all said and done, you're going to be sitting right there in that same spot, miserable and mad at the world, waiting for the next opportunity to make a TikTok and chime in on things you claim you're so healed from. Taunting me from experiencing some of the same shit you did makes you know better than her. All of y'all are about the same, I have to say. You responding back to her, taunting her, don't make you, Chantel, no better than your mama. Y'all all are got a bit of Jackie in y'all. And I'm not talking about just blood, okay? All of y'all got that in y'all as much as y'all don't like her. You want attention from me that you don't get from her. Here it is, sis. You want to comment on everything but the facts at hand. You too have reached a level of violence with Jackie because of her mistreatment. That's why you pulled a knife on her in Sacramento. I do believe this. I do believe this happened. Okay. You have 3 kids she's never met, but she wants legal rights to mine. No, she does not want legal rights to yours. But what she did say was that she does have grandparent rights. Like if she wanted to exercise it, she felt like she could. That's not the first time I've heard something like that before, where grandparents do have rights to their grandkids. But she didn't say but she also said she wasn't going to do anything like that. Now, granted, it was like, well, why would you bring it up if you ain't gonna do nothing like that? You know what I'm saying? But I think she just wanted the person to know, where I think it was Jen, like, I have paternal rights to my grandchildren, but I'm not even gonna, do anything or whatever the case. So for you to say she wants legal rights, that's not what she said technically. She says, do you hear yourself? You've been waiting to hop on the hate train, and it's sad to see. I haven't spoken to you in 8 years. There's no reason for you to be on the internet making videos, trying to be funny. We can both be hilarious, or you can stop trying to provoke a reaction out of me and just leave me alone. That's what you should have did with your mama. That's what you should have did with your mama, and just left that lady alone. That's what you should have did. But at the same time, I don't disagree with her in this moment. I do think that Takari could dial it back. You know, if you feel like she's going through what you went through, you ain't got to keep doing video after video. She know what it is. She see what it is. She knew what it was before she signed up, honestly. So, I mean, you don't have to do all of that, right? Because I feel like yesterday when we got into some video and commentary, I felt like she was kind of trying to downplay Chantel's experience with her mom, and I didn't really think that was right, because you guys all have a different experience, and all of it not being so great. So yeah, and I do believe Dougie may have experienced something very different than the other two, these two here, because one, they are girls, and two, because he's a baby. He's the baby of the family. So I'm sure he got way different treatment than the sisters, okay? So she goes on to say that we can both be hilarious, or you can stop trying to provoke a reaction out of me and just leave me alone. You out here on the front line standing up for someone that's never stood up for you. I need to heal, and so do you, Buki. Now, girl, that is a fact. Y'all both need to heal. The whole family needs to go and heal, I have to say. Also, again, for me, I do feel like the constant videos and what she said originally about her sister coming on the show, it seems like she has an issue more with you. I don't think it's more so her taking up for her mom, who she don't even like. It's more so coming against you. She's more so trying to clock things about you than it is to take up for her mom. That's what it looks like to me. And I hope that you guys can all get to a better place. But Brittany, I need you to fall back. I need you to calm down. I need you to fall back. I need you to not do so much in my personal, okay? In my personal, I think that you're doing a bit too much. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's just my personal. I know some people may feel like, oh, Brittany's in the right. That's her friend. She's sticking up for her friend and all this and that. And yeah, but I mean, I hear that, and I think that there's a time to defend your friends and stuff like that. But also, I felt like some of the things weren't warranted. Like when Brittany first started to snap off on Jackie, because Jackie did not want to have the conversation around them. They wanted to have such a big issue, or more so, Britt wanted to have such a big issue with Jackie and project. And I'm glad Brandi called it out, okay, on the show, that she felt like Brittany was projecting onto Jackie, her own situations with her mom. And then now here we are, you're doing that with her sister. So I feel like, a lot of people may be in support of this with Brittany jumping in, but if the roles were reversed and that was Takari and Chantel said something, and then one of Takari's friends jumped in, I don't think the conversation would actually be the same, in my personal, to me. But yeah, that's all that I got. You guys can leave your thoughts and comments down below. Of course, I'm Jami, that's me. And don't forget to like up the video, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Yeah, tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a praxis. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF. Got them trying to clone me like agents. elevated, I can face the rim. Putting shots up, I got laser focus, about to take it over. I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M. Who that nigga, man, they say I'm him. Spit the truth, never wasting film. I can feel the pool, we gon' make them swim.